Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? All right, so I say a lot about how it's awesome and, you know, doing your own thing, being a subcontractor and retailer is awesome. But let's go over a couple things that kind of suck about owning your own business. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get into it, but there's obviously things you need to hash out beforehand. If you make the decision to go, make sure you have what you need. And a couple things I want to go over is it's expensive. You guys know, I mean, you probably, if you're getting into this, you already have your tools or have some tools anyways, but if you don't, you're going to have to buy, even though if you go to Harbor Freight or buy the cheapest Walmart tools you can find, it's still money invested without a return on investment yet. So it can get expensive depending on what you want to do. If it's just, low voltage work, then you've seen my videos of those tools, and those tools aren't cheap. Even the cheap ones aren't cheap. Because you're going to need, compression tools and all that kind of stuff. And even the cheap ones will break, and you'll have to go buy another ones, and it's just a vicious cycle. So, but if you're getting into the handyman, you're going to have to pick what parts of the handyman or the contractor, you want to actually work, because every job is going to take a different tool pretty much, within reason. So, I would say, the cost of being in business, beyond the whole, incorporating insurance, you already know a lot of that kind of stuff. That's all expensive. And, vehicle insurance. You don't have to have a truck. You don't have to have a trailer. But it's going to go a long way with your sanity and the customer's perception of you if you look professional. The learning curves for certain jobs, they can cost you money. I was on a job last year, I believe last year, where after it was done, I was all done, and I crunched the numbers, and I pretty much did the job for free. I was like, well, that's a learning curve, because I was there all day, because just certain aspects of the job just took longer. And when it came down, the customer wrote me a check, and I deposited it, and I looked, I was like, well, that's not much money after everything's said and done. So, and it was a learning curve for me, because I was building something out, and I had to put a header in, etc., etc. I had all the tools for everything. It took me longer than expected, but you chalk it up as a learning experience. I did another job, and I bid it correctly, and I made great amount of money on it. So, getting started, there's gonna be a learning curve, and it's gonna cost you time, more importantly than money, because you're just gonna have to figure it out. So, and at that time, translate into money. You could, if all that day, if I did 3 DirecTV installs, then I would have quadrupled my money, my rate basically. But I was doing something a little different. Now I have that skill set, and I can make money on it. But starting out, it's going to cost you time and money. Customers wasting your time. If you're bidding jobs, you're going to have tire kickers. There's no, you try to weed those out in a phone call. Like, hey, I'm looking to get, 5 speakers and a surround sound installed. Can you do it for $100? Well, absolutely not. That's not your customer. And the only time you do that is if you've never done it before, and you explain to the customer, hey, no problem, I'll take your $100. It's going to take me all day because I've never done it before, and I need to figure it out. So, but you should know, $100 to set up 5 speakers is peanuts. So you need to be able to weed out the customers that are going to waste your time, because there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot. So seek out and use like social media to find customers and have them find you. Again, with the business aspect, how you get customers is going to depend on how you seek them out. Really, if you're going to go third party, pay for somebody to send you leads or customers, or if you're going to go to door to door, social media is usually free. You can pay, like I've paid a couple times for Facebook to throw reach out so many people, and I haven't gotten much, but I haven't invested in but maybe $15. So it's nothing, really. It's nothing. Let's see what else we got here. Customer service. I was at you guys seen that bar job that I've done. It's the largest job I've done to date. But they call all the time because there's something always going on. Most of the time, it's nothing that it's the guy that I replaced, that he set up the system incorrectly and tried to cut corners. So if a customer calls, they're going to call somebody else if you don't pick up the phone. That's plain and simple. If you don't take care of your customers, somebody else will. So you've got to be there for your customers. And like today's Saturday, so I'm gonna go and say hi to the in-law. Spend some time with the family, but I've got to go do a DirecTV job. I've got to take care of those customers. So it is it can be, it's odd hours. You do set your, you know, I'm taking tomorrow off, but you do set your time. You do set your own schedule to a certain extent. But if a customer calls, you've got to be there for them. I think that's pretty much my list over here. Yeah. I think that's about it, guys. I mean, there's other things that are, you know, going on with this, you know, being in business for yourself. There's a lot of great aspects to it. I love it, and it's fantastic. But you do work hard. If you think you're gonna not work as hard as you are right now with your day job or your, you know, your W-2 job, then you're gonna work a lot harder. It's just the way it is for me anyway. So just my experience. You guys have a good Saturday and enjoy. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan. I think I saw the sun for the first time this year here in Michigan. It's a joke, but kind of not. Anyways, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.